Hey, what's going on, guys? Bob here. Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile in Tag Force Special. Now, this one here, last week, or rather 2 weeks ago, I guess, time's kind of relevant for you guys watching this later on. Last time I did the Elo Swarms. Now, as opposed to that one, which was a pretty meta deck, especially for 2014, and even probably a little still today, this is something wild that I did not think I'd actually be doing in the last few months. So this is Horus, aka a level deck. Now, it might seem insane, Bob, why the hell are you doing a level deck? These things are just maximum jank shit from the GX era. And you know what? Normally, I would agree. Such things as armed dragons, no, I would never normally touch that. But I have been attracted to Horus a little bit, and there's a couple of reasons why. So, the Horus archetype, not even just kind of level 8 itself, the Horus line of level cards are actually fairly good. And it ties up to Horus, or I guess we'll start with Bob. So each one of these, as opposed to armed dragons, where level 3 needs to sit on the field for a whole turn and then get to your standby phase and you can bring out level 5. As opposed to that nonsense, the Horus Black Flame Dragon archetype is pretty good. One of the key reasons being, all you have to do to trigger the transformations of each new form is just to destroy one monster by battle, and then you can tag out to the next form. So every single individual version not only has their own individual benefits, like Horus Flow 4 cannot be switched control of, which is nice, I guess, if you want to be immune to brain control for some reason. Okay. Well, I guess it would be good against Boral Sword if you want to dodge that for some odd reason. Anyway, so level 6 is immune to spell effects, not just like your own, but like the opponent's too, so that's really handy. And level 8 is the reason I picked this deck up, is literally complete infinite shutdown of spell cards. So, if you read this text, during either player's turn when a spell card is activated, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. This is not a once per turn effect. Horus level 8 can literally just nuke spell cards left, right, and sideways. So I did a little bit of digging, and it turns out that in combination with Jinzo and or Royal Decree, or I guess to a certain extent, Mirage Dragon, kind of, I came upon this little old strategy called the Horus Lockdown, thanks to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, which is basically that with Horus level 8 and one or more monsters or one or more other cards on the field on your side, you just completely negate the opponent's back row. They can't activate spell cards, they can't trigger trap cards, nothing happens. Like, it even shuts down Solemn's cards, so that's pretty strong, I would say. I definitely picked this deck up because I may have had an instance where Horus level 8 deck was negating my Silver's Cry in a Blue Eyes deck, so that's why I kind of took notice. Also the fact that I found this really good deck profile, again, it'll be linked in the description below. So yeah, this deck is kind of sick. Now, it's not perfect, but let's just go ahead and go through my notes and go through each of these. Alright, so, very easy level ups, as opposed to like Silent Magician or Silent Swordsman, I think is one of them too. This is actually a fairly straightforward leveling engine, I would say. You can actually, there are multiple instances where you can just get level 8 like in turn 1. It's kind of nuts. Every single one of them has a certain level of protection. And the only real summoning restrictions is on level 8 itself. There's no crazy shit like level 7 or level 10. No, it just caps at level 8, and this is the only one that has summoning restrictions. And even then, that is quickly bypassed by level up. So, you know, pretty good, I would say. I've also had instances where I've used Horus level 8 against certain decks and it just completely nukes them. Like decks that rely on fusion cards like Polymerization or stuff like that, just completely shuts them down. I haven't tested this deck against Pendulum cards yet, but I think that Horus might be able to shut them down. Maybe. If it does, then that's another whole layer of utility right there. On top of the fact that, you know, Horus has a 3k body. Not the easiest thing to get over in the world. It does run into some issues when it tries to go over bodies with 3k, but you know what? 3k for an infinite negation of spell cards, I will take that. That is pretty good. As well as, you know, being able to shut down field spells. Really solid shit. Let's see. Now, this deck also has quite a few ways of actually turboing into this. So, one of the main ones, as you can probably see, is Hieratics. Hieratics, I wasn't expecting just these 6 cards, you know, Sue and Tefnuit, which is also prominent in my Zolkeen deck. I'll have to eventually make a deck profile for that. Turns out Hieratics offer just enough recursion in conjunction with, like, Atum in order to just actually turbo out these guys pretty quick. It's actually kind of damn nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and circle through all these really quick for you guys if you're curious. 2 Wild Tails, 1 Blaster, Dragon Rule of Infernos. I believe Blaster is limited to the 1 right now in the OCG, and not sure about TCG in the States, but it should be illegal at least somewhere. And this is great because you don't really use Blaster for its like summoning ability or its field presence. You kind of use it for a Gold Sark target, so you can bring out one of these guys. And you do that, hit it with level up, and bam, immediate level 8. This deck seriously has like probably a dozen ways to turbo it out level 8. It's pretty... Again, this is probably the most flexible level deck I have ever seen. This is goddamn nuts, actually. It just completely dances on Arm Dragons. Yeah, so among the other methods of doing this, a couple of them I have written down are Summon Atum using Tefnuit, Tribute it, go to Sue, bring out Wattail, bring you out, and then summon level 6, and then use level up. That's a fairly rudimentary way of doing it. Another one is using the one Darkest Metal Dragon in here, Resurrect level 6, and use level up, or actually attack into an opponent. Yeah, again, like you can just so easily pop this. The only problem with Atum is that when you special summon the monster from your deck, its attack and defense are 0. So that's probably like the biggest monkey wrench to getting it out. But besides that, pretty good. And of course, an easy one is if you have a level 6 and Tefnuit in your hand. Very common, by the way. If you go on turn 2, special summon Tefnuit, tribute it for level 6, and then you can also bring out a Wattail Dragon in defense position. Kind of nice. I'd swing into a monster, probably take it out, and then you can be going to, you know, this boy. Once Horus level 8 is on the field proper, most decks in the game are taking a shit. This deck, or this card rather, is actually really strong. Not busted. It's, you know, like, of course, this is old level decks. You know, there's restrictions that, like, there's very bad support. The only other option for bringing it out is, like, a pot of greed for the opponent, and that is awful. This deck is by no means, like, 100% consistent. When this deck bricks, it really bricks. But that being said, because of Hieratics Seal Convocation and a few other tricks in this deck doesn't brick nearly as much as you would expect. So again, just to quickly go over everything actually. Let's actually switch this to a different view. Okay, this is making things a little easier. 2 Wattail, 1 Blaster. This guy can actually fish you out a card from your graveyard if you want. I don't use this thing too much, but it is alright. 3 Hieratics, another 3 Hieratics. Now, you do want the 3 level 4s and the 3 level 6s. I actually agree with the original creator of the deck profile that you just want 2 level 8s because any more than this, and you run into the risk of it just bricking your hand. The fact that you can already search this from your deck regardless when you reach level 6's requirements to get it out, it kind of makes it so that like it's not required for you to have 3. And this deck is already such a good, like, rank 6 tribute engine that it doesn't really matter too much if you lose both. Like, this deck actually is actually pretty self-sufficient. So, anyway. 2 Jinzo. Anymore, it gets a little bricky, so it's pretty good. I actually never use Lightning Darkness Dragon. 1, I rarely draw into it because this deck does work pretty quickly, funny enough. And 2, this thing is a little unreliable, but if you're in a dire situation you want to use it, you can. The 3 Mirage Dragons because 8 trap cards can be activated during the battle phase, which is where a lot of them are utilized actually. Funny enough, the AI in this game loves to actually use Solemn Strike against it to negate the normal summon, which is hilarious because this thing's actually not that threatening. But considering you go through like Mirror Force and what's the, come on Bob, what's it called? Magic Cylinder. Considering it also goes through Magic Cylinder, yeah, this thing's actually pretty decent, and it's not too bad. Did 1 Dark Metal Dragon for fishing, as well as getting yourself up from the hand. Always great to have, and you usually have at least 1 target for banishment too. And for spell cards, Book of Moon, obviously, Dark Hole, Gold Sark. 3 Hieratics Seals of Convocations, really good for this deck, let me tell you. 2 level ups, anymore, and it tends to get a little bricky. It's not horrible, but eh. 3 MSTs to deal with face down back row. That's very important actually because World Decree does stop like Torrential Tribute, but because it's a trap card, it doesn't come out. It's not activated immediately as soon as you drop it, so that is a slight issue. Then you have your 3 Shrinks to deal with battle. I think I might switch these out actually for Mirror Force and or Torrentials, only because I feel like Shrink isn't the most reliable battle trap, but it can also be used to go over enemies, so that's pretty good. That is okay, especially helping level 6 go to level 8. So it's good. I might drop one for a Mirror Force. I'm not sure yet, but you know. And the only 2 trap cards in this deck are Royal Decree because obvious, this thing is goddamn nuts. I think this thing was limited at one point in time. I'm not too sure. All right. Some words of warning for this deck. Opening hands could be a little slow to ramp to level 8. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is something to be aware of if you so choose to pick this deck up. If you don't draw both Hieratics or level up, options can be a little limited. A lot of level 6s in this deck to go with the whole breaking situation is that they don't have special summon requirements. The only one that can special summon itself for essentially free is Tefnuit. It's essentially a Cyber Dragon in a level 6 dragon body, which is really nice. It can attack the turn you drop it, but it's not too big a deal, so, you know, pretty good. And I actually took a little issue with the guy's deck profile that I found, actually. Something I did that I am still working on is, originally there was 3 Gaia Dragons and the Thunder Charger. I feel like that's excessive and probably overkill on the extra deck usage of this deck, because there's a lot of good rank 6s out there, but I just feel like this might be a little much. So I'd scale it back to 1, still trying to find 2 other good slots for the extra deck, because this deck does have a lot of good stuff. It's got rank 6s, rank 4s, access to 1 rank 8. If you ever want to use it, it's there as a backup, like a last-ditch effort, but don't... It is possible to have more than 1 level 8 on the field at once, but it is a little scarce. But it's not impossible to do it, so bear that in mind, and yeah, more or less this deck is actually pretty good. So, let's go ahead and take this deck for a test run. We're going to do a few matches. Today we're doing this in GX because I was doing Chaz's story. Hopefully we'll be able to get to this Let's Play eventually, but you know, good stuff. Also, don't use this thing against Gladiator Beasts. I just went 0-4 against a fucking Glad deck. Yeah, no thank you. So we'll be taking things a little bit easier by starting off against Crystal Beasts, and then against Arcana Force, and we'll try things out from there. So, first off, gonna pop this. Actually, we're going second, so this isn't the best opening hand in the world, so I'm gonna take a little easy and bring out Sue. The good thing is we have Tefnuit already in hand, so that's a really good start. Just go ahead and chill and let him swing first. Then again, it is also a Crystal Beast deck, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. 2500, okay, maybe it is. I actually never seen that equip card before, that's a new one. And 2 face downs. Now, okay, you can do that, sure. So, I'm a little worried about this face down, because I would love to pop Darkhold right now and clear and, you know, delete the Arnold Elephant, but that would negate this thing's special summoning ability. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna special summon you. Worst case scenario, I have to pop Darkhold, not a big deal. Alright, cool. So, now I have 2 options. One, I can use RDA's I keep saying RDA, no. Dark Dispel Dragon's effect to banish you, but we're gonna go ahead and do these things in order. Actually, I already have access to my level 8. So check this out. Special summon you, and then use the tribute aspects of Tefnuit in order to bring out level 6. For those that don't know, the Hieratic Dragon archetype is pretty cool. So the reason being is because when this card is tributed, special summon 1 normal type dragon monster from your deck, hand, or graveyard. So it basically means free rank 6, so yeah, pretty good. Now, for the fun bit, go ahead and bring out Aidsum. This is like the best way in order to actually get this card out, or Horus LV8 out. Pop it, and here's the fun bit. So, gonna activate this ability. Now, bear in mind when Aidsum uses this ability, he can't attack the turn that you use this, but it's not really that big a deal. Now, Horus starts with 0-0, so that's kind of an issue, right? Well, level up. Go ahead and send it to the graveyard. Again, graveyard, not banished, so you can use it again if you want to. If you have a chance, always pull for the deck, so that way you're able to draw the better cards later on. And just like that, we now have some good stuff. Or we don't. Okay, I feel like dying. Actually, what the hell just happened? Oh, that was this thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. What the hell? Okay. Well, that was disappointing, but not screwed yet. I do have some options to work with. So go ahead and pop Dark Metal Dragon. I seriously never knew that card existed. What the hell was that? Okay. Pop you. And just like that, I have access to level 6 again. So if he summons a monster and I blow it up, it can summon another level 8. So good stuff. I never knew that trap card existed. That was a new thing. Alright, swing for that. Swing for this. And already halfway dead. So good stuff. Actually, like 3/5 of the way dead. That's actually pretty good. Probably gonna go ahead and Destiny draw. Did you just replace that? That's a new one. Emerald Tortoise, okay. Yeah, I don't trust his odds of coming back from that either. So, it will be difficult to kill from this level, but I am not totally shot for options. That face down card still worries me, but you know what? It's not too bad. Go ahead and pop you. Goes to the back row. You swing with Metal Dragon. Oh yeah, I could have actually summoned a card with Metal Dragon also. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Yeah, let's bring out Tefnut again. Can use it as tribute material if I want to. It's an option. I don't think I will right now though. Although, if I were to pop you, I could. I'm gonna roll it back right now. It's not the worst thing in the world. And just like that, it's out again. And he's completely bricked. Okay. Now, I do want to pop that card though. What is that face down he's had this whole time? I am very curious. But yeah, you will seldom see me actually utilize the level 8 ability because the AI is actually pretty smart enough to not do it. So, if I were to get an example, actually I can just go ahead and illustrate this since it's about the one anyway. Destroy Dark Hole. Negate and destroy. Or if I want to use Convocation, negate and destroy. Literally not even once per turn. So if you're finding a deck that is trying to make a comeback using a Monster Reborn or like a Spellbook deck, if you get Horus on the field, you've essentially won. It's actually amazing. Now for try this point home, let's go ahead and try it against Arcana Force. Just for kicks. I mean, I've already kind of won because I'm fighting an Arcana Force deck, but still, you know. Okay, so first order of business is to use this. He has a face down card. I can kind of get away with some stuff here. The only thing I have to worry about is the one Arcana Force card that is immune to just battle destruction. It'll be a slight issue, but not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Start with Tefnut. Still have my normal summon in the back pocket. This deck rarely actually uses normal summons, just because there's so much like special summon tributing. It's amazing. Go ahead and pop that. Bring out Wattail. Wattail is generally just there as a tribute or rank material, but you can utilize it for other stuff if you so choose. It's not impossible. You just gotta be a little careful about it. So before we actually invest too much in that, Goldstark. That's what a lot of people abbreviate to these days, I guess. So I can manage a lot of things in the graveyard to bring it out 2 turns later, but we're going to banish Blaster to utilize this ability. When it's banished, I can search a fire type monster and add from the deck to my hand. So pretty good. Yeah, this thing is not too shabby. I think I'll go with another level 4 for the time being. Even though I have one in my hand, yes, but the backups are always nice. The backups are always nice. Actually, I have an idea what I actually do want to go into. Gonna be going to Atom, of course. And we're gonna go ahead and actually do a fun little thing. So, send Wattail to the graveyard. Always try to keep Wattail off your Xyz cards, just on the off chance that you're trying to bring out a card and you can't do it. There is a possibility of that. Not great, but it is there. Now, Mirage Dragon just being on the field makes it so that your opponent can't activate trap cards during battle phase. Again, dodge Solemn, and you're basically there. Now, here's a fun trick. Gaia can be summoned immediately off the back of a rank 6. And Gaia, the only thing I don't like about Gaia is that, well, I mean, first of all, it's Gaia the Fierce Knight, of course. The other thing is that it has no detach abilities, but you can do piercing damage with it constantly. So, pretty good. I realize I'm going to be attacking with Horus level 4 into this thing, so that's redundant, but now I can attack, so that's pretty good. If you choose to keep Atem on the field, you can attack the turn you use a rank ability, or detach ability because it's called. However, you can do it the next turn, so good stuff. Gonna go ahead and swing with Horus. Nice. Go ahead and swing directly. Not a win yet, but it is getting pretty close. And with that being said, send Horus to the graveyard, bring out level 6. Really, really good stuff. Again, always try to bring it off in the deck so that it raises your odds of drawing like other good cards that you need at the time. Ooh, that could have gone better. That's brick. Yeah, it figures. Shrink is again really good. A battle trap effect if you want to use it. Now, there's not a lot of options I have right now I could use, although I could tribute Mirage Dragon for a level 6. It doesn't prove anything, but I'm about to win, so there was that. Oh, wait. I also just opened myself to that trap card. If it turns out to be something, then so be it. And it's not anything, go figure. And winner. I mean, again, you know, it is... I feel bad because that is a weaker deck, obviously, because Arcana Force, but it does illustrate my point pretty well. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's try Yubel. Yubel is a deck that can be a little bit problematic. After this, I will try a serious deck or I will try to find a serious deck, generally. What are you doing? I'm gonna assume discount or send back to the deck. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have a level 10s in my hand immediately. Alright, go ahead and set Royal Decree. Royal Decree, when it's active, does negate all trap cards. So, you know, that is pretty strong. Gonna go ahead and pop Gold Sark. Send... What was into the graveyard? Well, I think the general good target is going to be Blaster. Blaster also has good recursion off of its ability to special summon itself because there's a lot of dragons in this deck. Like, oh yeah, that's another effect actually. That's a small problem with this deck. Everything is dragon type. So if the opponent has like Dragon Capture Jar or a Busted Blader deck, it's gonna hurt, but it's not horrible to work around. Just keep that in mind and it should be alright for the most part. I'm going to bet my left nut that is a Armageddon Knight. Probably. I'm willing to bet. Mystic Tomato, pretty close. And a Yubel. Okay, that figures. I mean, not like it really matters, but let's go ahead and dry stuff out. Level 6 on the field. Immune to spell cards. Let's see what happens. Face down. Yep, just go ahead and pop this. I think Yubel needs to eat cards in order to stay on the field, right? Or he can send himself to the graveyard. Okay, sure. Hey, I'll make these rules. I just kind of try to follow them. Alright, with that, we're pretty much like already set to win this. This is not a big deal. Again, I'd like to emphasize just how much better this deck is than Armed Dragons because level 3 still requires you to linger till the next turn, which for level 3 with no protection whatsoever, yeah, it's not happening. This Horus innately has protection on all of his cards, so it's great across the board, and it synergizes really well. If you wanted to be degenerate, I guess you could replace all the Horus cards in this deck with Armed Dragons, but I wouldn't recommend that personally. Armageddon Knight, there it is. You gonna try swing or what? Nope, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, I already have. I mean, I completely forgot my place in this duel. Yeah, I already have level 8 on the field. Oopsie. Yeah, I think with this is pretty much like, it's not GG yet, but boy, if it isn't getting close. Pop Mirage Dragon. I can go into a rank 4 play. I probably need to put Rebellion Dragon in this deck at some point. I'm not sure yet, but it is an option if you choose to go that route. Alright, that's one down. I thought you had the ability. Oh, when the card's summoned, I see. That would do it. Go ahead and pop that. Yeah, Treeborn Fox would be great material for you to run over, so yeah, sorry. A little too much fast forwarding. And level 6 level 4 becomes level 6. if I linger one more turn, I can get it to a level 8 and prove that you can have multiple level 8s on the field at once. Definitely card. What you got? Oh yeah, Treeborn Frog. I guess it's good. She has constant access to treatment materials, but not holding my breath on actually being able to do something. So, I probably can... Yes, actually I can do this. Not something I recommend doing because you generally want to have these cards in play to cycle them further, but... yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and nix those. Nope. Go ahead and bring you out, and... Actually, I think it's just about it. Actually... I'm going to go a bit bigger. Tribute Mirage Dragon for Watail because, you know, Royal Decrees are in the field. Don't need to worry too much. So, with that, that is literally GG right there. Nope. Go ahead and try to attack with the lower power first. Unless it's another Mystic. Oh, what is that card? I've never seen that card before. That was a new one. And done. Okay. Again, this deck has more enough recursion to be functional by itself to a great capacity. So if you ever need a good deck, yep, that's not too bad. Now, to test against something really beefy, where are you? Ah yes, Mermails. I might get blown up. There is a very good chance I might get blown up, but let's test it to get something good. That is... that's not the worst opening hand in the world. It just got better. Okay. I would like to use Dark Hole against them. Actually, I will use MST against one of those back row. Hopefully pop something that's torrential or something. What was that card? That was a new one. Alright, bring up Tefnuit. Good shit. What is that card actually? Wait, what? When this card sends it to its graveyard? Oh, so it's a good thing I popped this sooner rather than later. Got it. Tefnuit on the field. I could use this to summon Watail Dragon, but I'm actually going to go ahead and keep this chain going. Although I should probably hold back on it. Not a horrible deal. Go ahead and pop it. That way I can further preserve my normal summon. Not like I need it, but you know, whatever. It is an option. Bring you out. I'm gonna go in. Oh, actually, that's a great idea. You guys are geniuses. I didn't even think about that. Go ahead and go into 8-sum. And with this... what to use as tribute material? That is a great question. I am actually thinking... The levels are really good. I will totally admit that. But I don't have a level up, so that's kind of a moot point. I'm going to go ahead and drop Mirage Dragon. Probably because I'm about to summon something even better, Mirage Dragon. Tribute Mirage Dragon. So now I've gone from being immune to battle traps to being immune to all traps. So yeah, no. Even despite the fact that Jinzo is hella old, do not let that deceive you. It is still a very good card. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go into you. Sadly, again, no use of what was it? Not able to immediately bring up level 6, but not even a big deal. This is still a fairly strong deck. Again, has piercing damage. Yeah, I think I just put a good dent into the Mermail deck. I will totally admit. So if Dark Hole's back row if I need it. She's gonna make a comeback. Monster Reborn. Ooh, that's the fun shit. And I'm about to lose Jinzo. That's unfortunate, but you know, whatever. Yeah. I can still swing into it, but not. This is not the ideal situation to be doing that. Torrential. Well, she emptied my field, that's for damn sure. Unfortunately, I'm able to bring out anything now, so go ahead and pass. Yep, that's about how it goes. Yeah, Dark Hole is stall. Again, this deck can be blown up pretty quickly. I will also say it doesn't have the best consistency in the world, so unfortunate, probably about to lose. Alright. Can we make this comeback? Destiny draw. We have a chance. Depends on what that back row is. So, first of all, Tef knew it. Again, always a great... I do have the Destiny card set to being Convocation. It's a pretty good card. Really good recursion. Gives you access to like any of the high rank cards at any point at time. Oh, wait, no shit. I mean, I still have a normal summon, so it's not a huge deal. Let's see, you are 2,800 points. That is big, actually. I might not be able to get over that. Sucks, but I'll see what I can do. Actually, wait, no, I totally can. Because another good rank 6 to have, actually. Well, I mean, Consul is also really, really good. There is that. Put my cards in the hand. What is your special summon condition, actually? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I might go into Ptolemy just because Ptolemy is really good, but then there is Gauntlet Launcher. Yeah, it's going to Gauntlet Launcher. Why not? Yeah, that fat freaking body. Oh my god. So just gonna go ahead and discard. Nuke you. My one source of solace is that her strongest attack monster is kind of roughly equivalent to my defense, so I at least bought myself a little bit of time. Not a lot, just probably a turn or two, unless she gets a good trap, a good summon, and or something else like that. That's pretty good. Actually, this is perfect. So first blow you up. Tribute the XCs for the 6. Again, haven't mentioned this deck has so many ins and outs. All monsters destroy. About to get to the strong boy. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. Boom! Hell yeah. Rank 6 are pretty strong if I do say so myself. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Mirage Dragon and a Torrential. Fuck my life. Okay. Yeah, that's about how it goes with some of these decks you're trying to fight. GX has some brutal decks, by the way, if you play this game on hard mode. Ah, yes, there we go. Actually, it's pretty good. Gold Sark. I might be able to make this comeback, actually. Maybe. If I can adequately get this. Assuming I don't trigger another Torrential or something. Maybe. Go ahead and activate Blaster. And yeah, it's going to go ahead and bring up Horus. Level 4. Is it optimal? God, no. How many trap cards has that been by now? I'm actually very curious. Oh god. 1, 2, 3. Three trap cards so far that activate upon summoning. Oh my god. That's not a record, but that's horrifying. Not dead yet, but very uncomfortable. Yeah, I've actually already lost this. This is Jesus. 3. Yeah. If I had rolled Kree up sooner, I would have been way better, but that is not the case. So yeah, forfeit. All I can rematch is see if I can do better. Actually, I might just do that to see how it goes. You know, I'm not gonna say I would imagine I would be in a world where I drew 3 freaking Mirage Dragons, but could be worse. I think, maybe. One. Yep. Okay, there we go. Aha! Still have one of these boys though. All right. Swing Mirage Dragon. Now, I'd rather swing a level 8 or level 6, but yeah. Oh, that's a big boy. That's a very big boy. Is that a summoning condition or something? Oh, yeah, that totally is. Oh, god. I need to study Mermels at some point. I have no idea how this deck really runs. And 2 big bodies. That is horrifying. Okay. Well, if I do manage to get this thing on the field, that'll be good. I'm scared. Yep. That's how it goes. Ooh, wait. Got it. If you don't rely on Destiny draws for real duels, by the way. You don't have that in other games and or real life, so there is that. Actually, wait. I think I got this. Maybe. I think I do. So, get that. Summon level 6. Hopefully. Tefnu's ability goes off. Get Wattail out. Hopefully. I'm a little worried right now, but you know what? This is not the worst thing ever. Oh yeah, alright, I have level up. Oh my god. I maybe should have hung on to it because I could have just summoned it at the end of this turn anyway, but on the off chance there's like shrink or some shit, this is gonna be great. Swinging the big guy? I think I'm gonna swing into the big guy. And survey says, we in there, hell yeah. Slowly but surely crawling my way out of this grave right now. I guess one problem I should say is that Jinzo can't be searched out, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nor could you search out Roll Decree. Or it's not even a problem. What is that card? Hopefully it's not something bad. I mean, 2,500, not the worst thing in the world, sure. Cool stuff. Boop. Yeah, that figures. Why is there so much bouncing going on in this deck? My god. Okay, hang on. Well, as long as... Oh, yeah. Horus also doesn't have a protection against monster effects. So if you can deal monster effects, you're pretty good. I'm gonna actually try to put, like, Effect Veil into this deck just so I can bypass a little problem. I think that would help me greatly. Hard to say. Let's see. Yep. Oh, I think the Effect Veil would kind of be a brick anyway because... Can't search, not a dragon, so it doesn't really synergize with the rest of the deck, but not that big a deal. Alright, if I can ever draw another card to contribute someone, that'd be great, but not looking the part. Tefnut unfortunately can't special summon itself if you have another monster in the field, so that's a problem. Will this thing bounce to something else? I'm curious about it, actually. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, I see. It bounces itself. That, or it can destroy something if it's used as a tribute. Why are more mails so ridiculous? Oh my god. Alright, well luckily now we have the complete back row lockdown, so that's really good. Hopefully I can go ahead and destroy this card and it won't bounce into something else. Good shit, good shit. One more card. So yeah, this is the pretty famous lockdown, Horus lockdown. Can't activate spell cards, can't activate trap cards. Well, I mean, she can, but it just gets destroyed. So, you know, at this point, this is a war of attrition at the moment. Just a lot of face downs. Unfortunately, it's not immune to spell cards, but it can only destroy them. So, I can't, like... One cool trick, though, I do like. If you were to have level 6 on the field, it is actually immune to Dark Hole. So if it's the only card on the field, it can be Dark Hole. So you can pop Dark Hole, and it essentially turns it into a Raigeki. Pretty good, I would say. Eventually you're gonna run out of monster cards. Or not. Hard to say exactly. Well, luckily it doesn't get our Tefnut, so... More recursion. I'm seriously not drawing it at any level 4s though. This is terrible. Then again, I think all my raw dragons are at the start of the game, so there's that. Oof. Alright, we're at that point. Okay, are we? Okay. Light and Darkest Dragon. Screw this thing. The thing I don't like about Light and Darkest Dragon is that it links off of your own stuff, so if you're trying to make plays and come back, it kind of keeps that from happening. That's really dumb. I have Shrink. That's good, I guess. I really need to get more than one monster on the field, though. This is getting into a bit of a snore fest. Hey, finally, something's happening. Okay. Well, I mean, sort of happening. Yeah, this is fun. Probably all spell cards now. Again, this deck is really powerful at trying to shut some shit down. Hey, you can bring it out, sure, why not? I do have Shrink in the back row, so that's really good. Not even that big a deal, seriously. Book of Moon, in case shit goes really south. In case it does. And this is one of those rare instances where you don't even need to care if there's any back row. Because I guarantee you, there is something back there, but it can't be used for the moment at all. Full hand. I'm just gonna go through her entire deck this way, I swear to God. Okay. Yeah, discarding Light and Darkest Dragon. I don't use it ever, so there's that. Hey! something. Hell yes. Now with this, target one face. It only loses its attack. It doesn't lose its defense. If it lost its defense, that'd be really good, but nope, not so much. Cool. Well, at least I'm able to poke her slowly to death. This deck is too effective, I swear. And with this, should hopefully be a win, or not. Narrowly dragged this out for another turn, I see, okay. I don't need Gold Arc anymore. And I can't even play my spell cards. Awesome. And win. Oh my god, that took a while. But that is the magic of the Horus lockdown. You can completely shut down cards. But this deck's big problem is still that it doesn't have a lot of level 4s. So if you brick, you do kind of brick hard. But again, this is why Tefnut is great. So hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something new. Hopefully you enjoy this deck because I sure love this deck. This deck is really fun and really fun to abuse. I don't know what I'm gonna try next time. I have some deck need to build, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Peace.